Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Friday, July 22, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Atlanta Braves vs Los Angeles Angels. Our team pick is Angels for the win, and here is why. The Los Angeles Angels have 2 of the best players in baseball in Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, which helped them get off to a strong start, but things have gone downhill since. Los Angeles started the season 27-17, but a 14-game losing streak then changed the course. The Angels are 20.5 games out of first and fourth in the AL West. As the trade deadline approaches, this roster that is not built to be a seller is nowhere close to contention. The Atlanta Braves had a 3-game winning streak snapped on Sunday in a 7-3 upset loss to the lowly Washington Nationals. Coming into the second half of the season, Atlanta is second in the NL East, 2.5 games behind the New York Mets. The Braves are fourth in MLB, scoring 4.7 runs per game and second with 147 home runs. Austin Riley leads the team with 27 home runs and 61 RBI, and 6 other Braves have hit at least 11 home runs. That doesn't even include Ronald Acuna Jr., who made the All-Star team after appearing in 50 games this season with 8 home runs, 22 RBI and 20 stolen bases. It's hard to back the coldest team in baseball against one of the hottest, but Shohei Ohtani gives the Angels strong value as a road dog here. Los Angeles has only won 12 games since June 1, but they are 6-1 when Ohtani has started during that stretch, as opposed to 6-29 when anyone else starts. Over the last 6 starts, Ohtani is 6-0 with a 0.45 ERA, which includes the Angels picking up wins over Boston, Seattle, and Houston. I will back the Angels behind another dominant performance by their all-world ace. Our total pick is over 7 runs. And here is why. Los Angeles is averaging 3.95 runs per game. Their .230 batting average is 26th in the league. Their .300 on-base percentage is also 26th, while their .381 slugging percentage is 22nd. Taylor Ward leads the Angels with .286 batting average. Mike Trout leads the team with 24 home runs, while Shohei Ohtani leads the team with 56 RBI. Los Angeles's pitching isn't very good, with the team giving up 4.27 runs per game. Opponents have a .235 batting average against the Angels, which is 9th in the league. Their 3.95 ERA is 17th, while their 1.25 WHIP is 15th. In his last start, Ohtani gave up 4 hits and 1 run in 6 innings, leading to a 7-1 win over Houston. They will need another solid start from him if they want to get the win. The Angels are averaging 3.95 runs per game and 3.60 runs per game on the road. They averaged 4.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Braves. With Atlanta giving up 4.12 runs per game at home, the Angels will hit their average in this game. The Braves are averaging 4.74 runs per game and 4.80 runs per game at home. They averaged 3.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Angels. With Los Angeles giving up 4.33 runs per game on the road, the Braves will score enough runs to push the score over the total. The Angels and Braves played over the total in 4 of their last 5 meetings. Tampa Bay Rays vs Kansas City Royals. Our team pick is Tampa Bay for the win, and here is why. Tampa Bay struggled to find its form for most of the opening half of the season, but it ultimately got into a rhythm prior to the All-Star break. The Rays were able to sweep a 4-game series against Boston at the beginning of last week before taking 2 out of 3 against Baltimore over the weekend. Their lone loss during that series came in a 6-4 final in 11 innings on Saturday. They are going to need to stay red hot for the entire second half of the season if they want to catch New York, which is currently 12.5 games up for first place in the American League East. The Rays are holding on to the top AL wild card spot though, so they are in good shape as far as the playoff picture is concerned. Kansas City was one of the worst teams in baseball during the first half of the season, although it did go through a promising stretch in the middle of July. The Royals were able to win 5 out of 6 games, taking 2 out of 3 against Cleveland and 3 out of 4 against Detroit. They added a win over Toronto in their series opener last Thursday before losing the final 3 games of the series. It was a tough spot though, as they were without most of their key players due to COVID-19 restrictions. Kansas City has the second worst record in the AL, trailing Toronto by 13.5 games for the final AL wildcard spot. Tampa Bay really seemed to turn its season around before the All-Star break, getting hot heading into the second half of the season. It's a pretty clear choice as far as this game is concerned, with Kansas City struggling to compete for the majority of the season. The Royals have only won 5 of the last 20 games between these teams, including 3 of the last 11 at home. Tampa Bay, winners of 6 of its last 7 games, also has a pitching advantage. Kansas City has not officially announced its starter, but if it does wind up being Greinke, that is not a good sign against a consistent starter like Rasmussen. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs. And here is why. Kansas City has been poor on offense this season. They are bottom 10 in the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Bobby Witt leads the team in runs, home runs, and RBIs. Andrew Benintendi leads the team in hits. The Royals' pitching staff has been poor this season. As a team, they are bottom 10 in the league in ERA, hits allowed, runs allowed, walks allowed, strikeouts, WHIP, and batting average against. No pitcher that has started 10 games or more has an ERA under 3.95. Zack Greinke is expected to take the mound for the Royals. In his last start, he went 4 innings and gave up 8 hits, 1 walk, 3 earned runs, and struck out 3 in a loss against the Toronto Blue Jays. Both teams do not have a very good offense. Tampa Bay ranks middle of the league in runs, hits, RBIs, batting average, SLG, and OPS. Isaac Paredes and Aris Arena are the only batters on the team with double-digit dingers. Kansas City has been poor on offense this season. They are bottom 10 in the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Bobby Witt and Salvador Perez are the only players with double-digit homers on the year. Perez is on the Illinois, and he is not expected to return till late August or early September. With both teams not having a lot of power, this will be a lower scoring game, and the under will hit. Chicago White Sox vs Cleveland Guardians. Our team pick is the White Sox with the money line. And here is why. The Cleveland Guardians have been one of the pleasant surprises of the first half of the 2022 season. Picked by most to finish in the bottom third of the AL Central, Cleveland is just 2 games in back of Minnesota for first place and getting positive contributions from all over a lineup thought to be one of the worst in the division. Superstar Jose Ramirez, of course, paces the Guardians with 19 home runs and an American League leading 75 RBI. He also has 190 total bases and has a team leading 3.9 WAR thus far. Other contributors include All-Star 2B Andres Gimenez, who has doubled his career high with 10 home runs already and is second on the team in WAR and third in total bases. Lastly, the Guardians have gotten excellent production from first baseman Josh Naylor with 13 home runs and 47 RBI. Cleveland finished the first half going 6-4 in their last 10 games to close the gap to just 2 games. The Cleveland Guardians have been one of the pleasant surprises of the first half of the 2022 season. Picked by most to finish in the bottom third of the AL Central, Cleveland is just 2 games in back of Minnesota for first place and getting positive contributions from all over a lineup thought to be one of the worst in the division. Superstar Jose Ramirez, of course, paces the Guardians with 19 home runs and an American League leading 75 RBI. He also has 190 total bases and has a team leading 3.9 WAR thus far. Other contributors include All-Star 2B Andres Gimenez, who has doubled his career high with 10 home runs already and is second on the team in WAR and third in total bases. Lastly, the Guardians have gotten excellent production from first baseman Josh Naylor with 13 home runs and 47 RBI. Cleveland finished the first half going 6-4 in their last 10 games to close the gap to just 2 games. The Chicago White Sox are getting healthy and are about to make their push atop the AL Central. The Guardians have been a nice story thus far, but have been getting career first halves out of everyone not named Jose Ramirez in their lineup. I expect that Giolito can keep Cleveland contained in this one, and the now healthy White Sox lineup will do some damage against Quantrill. The White Sox have been surprisingly tame at the plate thus far, particularly with the long ball. In addition, both Tim Anderson and Luis Robert are both hitting over .340 lifetime against Quantrill. Quantrill is 1-1 this season versus the White Sox, but given up 17 hits in just 12 innings of work, including 2 home runs. Giolito is 2-0 this season versus the Guardians and has allowed 11 hits in 13 innings of work with 10 strikeouts. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs. And here is why. As mentioned, Giolito has been brilliant against the Guardians this season with a record of 2-0 and an ERA of 0.68. I have no reason to think this dominance won't continue as Giolito has had a nice long break to rest up. Quantrill is coming off a great outing in his last appearance. I think these pitchers will be ahead of the hitters coming off the break. It may take the offenses a day or two to get back in the swing, so to speak, so I like this game, with two hot pitchers, to be played below the total.